Hi, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. Do you have a plan B in your business? I should say, do you have a plan A for some people, right? But seriously, do you have a plan B? Do you always have a fallback position? Do you always know that if the thing that you have planned, if the thing that you're working on today, if that thing doesn't work, if that thing does not turn out exactly the way you want it to, if that launch doesn't produce, if the email campaign that you put in place doesn't produce the way you want it to, if the new team member that you just hired doesn't work out, what's your plan B? What's your plan B, right? Do you always have that fallback position? This is a little easy for me, I think, because as a former athlete, as somebody who was an athlete my entire life, this is something that as an athlete we think about all the time. I'm in the field playing softball, and I'm at third base. How many outs are there? Where are the runners positioned? You know, what do I do with the ball if the ball comes to me? What do I do if the ball's hit into the outfield? All these things happen almost instantaneously. In basketball, if I'm dribbling up the court, I've got to be able to see the whole court. What do I do if this person moves here? If that person doesn't cut where they're supposed to go? If I go to the left, what happens? If I go to the right, what happens? There's always a contingency plan in my head for what's next. When you're driving, you do the same thing, right? You're checking in your rearview mirror, you're checking in your side view mirror, you're checking in the kids in the back seat real quick, you're seeing what the guy beside you is doing. What if this? What if that? Being a defensive driver. It's the same way in your business, only I wouldn't call it defensive, right? It's plan B. What are you going to do? What's your contingency plan? How are you going to respond and not react in a given situation in your business? Because let's face it, in today's world, things happen very quickly. Things happen very quickly in our businesses. And if we're not prepared and ready to change with the times, if we're not prepared and ready to make snap decisions sometimes, I'm all about planning. If you've watched my videos, you followed me at all, you know one of the things I talk a lot about is having a plan. Well, not only do I want you now to have the original plan, but I want you to have a backup plan. I know, it's a lot to ask, right? But seriously, you have to think about if this doesn't go exactly like that. Now, here's a big example. If you're an information marketer, if you're doing live events, seminars, boot camps, whatever you call them, this is an area where this works so well. And people often say to me, Diane, your events always turn out so well. You know, everything looks so seamless. And in my head, I always say, good, job well done, right? Here's the thing. I have a contingency plan for everything. What if the speaker doesn't show up? Well, somebody's got a presentation ready. It might be me, right? What if if the stuff doesn't arrive at the hotel? You've got to give yourself enough time that worst case scenario, it can be reprinted and overnighted. There's all of those things. So every piece of your business, you need to have a plan B, a contingency plan. Think about what your contingency plans are. It doesn't have to be some big plan written out in the sky or put up on some, board in your office. But you need to at least have plan B in here. Plan A does need to be written down somewhere. It does need to be somewhere where people can see it and you can work on it every single day. But always have that backup. It'll take you far in life and in business. If you'd like more information like this, go to www.CompleteMarketingSystems.com. I'm Diane Conklin.